Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. Today is Wednesday, May 10th, and we are talking with Joe Gavazzi from JoeGavazziSports.com. We're going to take a look at the two NBA playoff games that go tomorrow, Thursday, and then Friday. And first, we're going to take a look at Game 6 in Spurs and Houston. An interesting matchup. Of course, the Spurs pulled out a win at home in overtime in Game 5 when Kawhi Leonard went down with an injury, but the supporting cast stepped up. Now they go back to get to Houston for Game 6. Houston is down 3-2. And even though it's a big spread and this has been a competitive series, I'm thinking, Joe Gavazzi, that Houston at -7 might still be a good play. Houston, of course, both of their wins were by at least 20 points. Huge blowout wins when they did get their wins. And the Spurs, before this series started, I was like, the Spurs have Kawhi Leonard, arguably the MVP, arguably the best player in the league, and then a supporting cast, good, but not necessarily awesome, with some questions. And now if Kawhi Leonard's maybe a little bit hobbled, I don't know. This looks like a team that might be ripe for taking advantage of, at least here in Game 6. I'm leaning Houston -7, and I'm leaning over, and I'm leaning Houston team total over, looking for another win by Houston of like 120 something. What do you think about Game 6 in San Antonio, Houston? You agree with me, Joe Gavazzi?
Well, you've broken it down a little bit further than I have, Peter. But yes, I think I would agree with you with all three of those wagers. We're going to recommend the play on the Houston Rockets only in this game. And, of course, much of that will depend on how healthy that ankle is for Leonard, who's also been hobbled by a little bit of a knee injury on the other leg. So his health, along with the loss of Tony Parker, two big losses for San Antonio. And, of course, that will greatly help the Houston Rockets. Anybody who watched Game 5 was thoroughly entertained, and it was no mid-range jumpers allowed, or at least that's what it looked like for most of the game. Spurs had only 8 turnovers playing an up-tempo game, while Houston shot 48 three-pointers, making 16 of them. To succeed, Houston must continue to push this pace, and they must keep the ball in Harden's hands, and he must make better decisions than the 3 turnovers he made in overtime. I think all those things can happen, and we'll back it up with a flip-flop angle that's been highly successful over the years, even though, keep in mind, flip-flops this year are just 17-31 going into tonight's game with Boston and Washington. Nonetheless, Game 6 home teams who have a greater than 600 winning percentage against sub-750 road teams. If our home favorite is favored by 4 or more points and off a loss as a road dog, an outstanding 70% point spread proposition, I like Houston with both the fundamentals and the technicals coinciding for this victory.
Awesome news. Awesome news to hear, Joe Gavazzi. That's exactly how I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about making a pretty sizable wager on it, and also just with the Houston team total over. I agree with you. I think they're going to push the pace, be somewhat successful with it, at least, if not phenomenally successful, and score more than 110 points, more like in the 120s, which is what they did in their other 2 wins. Awesome breakdown, Joe Gavazzi, backing up everything I thought about this game. Your website is JoeGavazziSports.com. Give a well-earned plug for your website, Joe.
It is sporting news that you can use each and every day. Check out my bio on that site. Check out the articles I write. They're mostly about baseball this time of year. And as well, there's almost always a complimentary winner up there for you on the site, JoeGavazziSports.com. We'll talk to you guys real soon, and good luck out there.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Peter.
Well, this episode of The Odds Couple is over. But if you give us a like and click SBR's logo at the bottom of the screen to subscribe, then you'll get all the upcoming videos as soon as they come out. And don't forget to take advantage of our website. There's free picks, live betting lines, and sportsbook reviews and ratings guides, and a whole lot more. Check it out now.